Hi everyone, my name is Aaron and today I'm going to talk about how we can get unlimited market data using StockShark. StockShark is a platform that provides us with stock market data on almost 40,000 assets. So we're going to learn how we're going to get data out on hourly data, daily, even 5 minutes data across years of almost years of data. So let's log into my account, log in email. So I'm logging now. So this is my account and my API keys over here. So one of the issues with the StockShark API. So let's look at the API documentation first. We're going to be using the get historical prices API, which is this one, get historical price. And it's a very simple API. You just specify the ticker, start date, end date, and the period type, whether you want daily, hourly, 5-minute data. The lowest we have is 5 minutes. And I have talked about this API many times in different other tutorials and videos. But one of the issues with this API is that it limits the number of requests. So you can get, I think, about only 2,000 or 1,500 items per request. So there's a limit. You can't get, let's say you want to get 20 years of hourly data. That would not be possible because of the limit. So the question is, how do we circumvent the limit? Well, the way to do it is actually to retrieve data in chunks. You want to retrieve data maybe year by year or month by month or week by week. That would be the best way. That way you can download unlimited data and not be restricted by any server limitations. Okay, so if we head back to StockShark and we go to Learn, and then we go to the tutorial, get unlimited historical prices, 5 minutes, 1 hour, 1 day. This tutorial basically explains how we are going to retrieve the data in chunks, and there is example Python code right here. So I'm just going to go through the Python code. It's very simple. We're going to import some basic modules like requests to do get request, JSON to handle JSON, date and time, which is the important thing here because we're going to manipulate the time range. And then we're going to use pandas data frame to append the data as we download the data. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to call the server, make a request year by year. So we're going to start from today, maximum 2 years, and then we put it in a loop, and we're then going to call the API, the get historical price API, with a start date of starting today actually, and then the end date is today, and then the start date will be 365 days in the past. So basically what I'm doing is I'm taking 1 year's worth of data, about 365 days. I'm using the time delta function to calculate the date type. So time delta basically means what is the time 365 days ago. Okay, so if I is 1, we'll calculate 365 here. End date will be today. Right, and we're going to do this loop exactly 2 times right here. So this will download 2 years of daily data. So you can see here I have the period type of daily, right? So that's basically how it's going to work. And then we're going to print the data. I'm going to print what the 2 days time is, and then the start time as well. Actually, this should be end date instead of today, right? And so here, what we will do is we will append the data to the data frame, right? So if there is no data in the data frame, we are going to create a new data frame and add the candles in there, the open price, close price, high price. And if there is data, we are just going to append it to the data frame. So that way, we can append multiple data. So the next part is talking about how do we get 5 minutes data. So we can't just call 1 year worth of 5 minutes data because you'll very quickly hit the limit. So what I do here is I only get 5 days of 5 minutes data, and then we have to loop through many times. If you want to get 1 year worth of 5 minutes data, you have to loop this about 100 times basically, right? And that's how you download data from the server, unlimited data, because remember the limit is 1500. Okay, so anyway, so let's jump into an IDE. So I have Spider here. This is my IDE, and I have it all set up here for 5 minutes. We are going to get 5 minute data, and we're going to get 5 days worth of 5 minutes data. We're going to loop twice, so that is 10 days of 5 minutes data, right? So let's clear everything, and I'm going to run the script. There you go. So this is the first period, and this is the second period, right? So that's how you would get 5 days. So this is a total of 10 days. So the first period I'm getting from 17 to 12. Second period I'm getting 17 to 07. Okay, so actually the printing is wrong. Should be end date over here. Sorry, let me put end date here. Let me run the script again. So 17 to 12 and 12 to 07. So that is 10 days, and it's all appended to this data frame. As you can see, this is the 5 minutes data of about 10 days of information. It's going to be quite a lot of data actually. Okay, so there's a total of 1395 data points here. So you can of course run this loop many times and in essence get unlimited amounts of data. It will take time. I also put a sleep here, so it sleeps for 2 seconds. That way we don't spam the server, because if we call the server too quickly, you might get rate limited. So it's best to pause each request. I pause it by 2 seconds. You can pause it by 1 probably. Okay, so that's basically how we would do it. We would just get data chunk by chunk, and that's how you get unlimited data. Okay, so I hope this helps you. And yeah, I look forward. So I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Thanks everyone. Goodbye.